How's it going, YouTube? Happy New Year. Joe here on, it's already the 6th of January. Wow. Sorry I hadn't gotten to you before now, but quite honestly was doing a lot of family visiting and, driving around and catching up with everybody, and actually still not through. We've still got some Christmas to do with a couple of relatives. I think we're going to finish up this weekend, as a matter of fact. But I like that. It kind of lengthens it out a little bit. Oh, I'm smoking a little bent apple pipe that I made for myself. Check that out. Bent stem there, smooth on the bottom and up around the shank, and rusticated, smooth top. Makes a great little shop pipe. Hope you guys had a wonderful holiday season, and New Year 2015 is starting out great for you. Now, I know some of you are sitting there going, what are you doing wearing a Dallas Cowboys hat? Well, I'll explain it to you. As a young boy growing up in the huge metropolis of Jackson, Tennessee, which is down in West Tennessee. By the way, I'm using a tamper made for me by Ken Silver and gifted to me. Thanks. Appreciate it. As a kid, I was a big Dallas Cowboys fan. And, I mean, the days of Roger Staubach and Tom Landry, Charlie Waters, Ed Too Tall Jones, who was also from Jackson, Tennessee, who I did things in radio with him when he would come home many times. He had the hugest hands. I mean, my hands aren't small, but his would make mine, when I would shake hands with him, his would make mine feel like infant hands. It's huge, tall, too tall. But those were the days. I loved watching the Dallas Cowboys then. Loved Tom Landry, loved what he stood for. He was a good man. Then I kind of fell out of love with him, if you will, when they changed ownership and basically showed Tom Landry the door. I didn't like that, the way that all happened. And I know, we're on this side, they're on that side. I don't know the entire story, but appearances, perception there wasn't real good. And then I moved to Nashville in 1985. And then by 1999, we acquired what used to be the Houston Oilers. They moved to Nashville and renamed themselves the Tennessee Titans. Well, if I even have a lighter here with their helmet on it. Now, they are my team, okay? The Tennessee Titans are my team because my hometown team, going to support them. The Dallas Cowboys, I kind of fell out of favor with them and whatever. But it's still, over the years, whenever the Cowboys would play, I, would pull for whoever they were playing, unless they were playing the Titans. Then I pull for the Titans. This year, the Titans were bad. 2-14 was their final standings. And it was an awful year. Cowboys are in the playoffs for the first time, or have won in the playoffs for the first time now in several years. My son got me a gift certificate to a sports site, an online site, and to get a couple of things. And one of the things I decided to go ahead and get a Dallas Cowboys cap. And I did this before they won this past weekend, before they beat the Detroit Lions. So I already had this ordered. And now I'm glad I did, because they're winning. They're moving on in the playoffs. So, go Cowboys. Makes me feel... That's the first football helmet I ever had as a kid, was a Dallas Cowboys gray, silver with the star on it football helmet. And I remember I used to play out in the backyard. I even used to go out in the backyard and just play all alone. I'd throw the football up and run up under it and catch it. And I remember that as a kid. I used to do that. Of course, wearing my Dallas Cowboys helmet. But anyway, that's why I've got that on. I pull for the Cowboys. I also pull for Peyton Manning and the Broncos, because Peyton Manning is a product of Tennessee, and I'm a huge Tennessee Vols fan for college. This is pro. College, I'm definitely a big Orange fan. Rocky Top, you know, I'm there. I bleed orange. So I have, and some of you have seen on my video on my YouTube channel at the time back when I was in TV, where I did this little bit with Peyton Manning up at UT when he was still there. That was cool. If you want to see that, just look up on YouTube, search on YouTube Joe Case and Peyton Manning, and you'll see it. You'll see a much younger Joe and a much younger Peyton too. That was back in mid-90s somewhere, when he was a junior, I think, at UT. So that's my football talk for now, except for the fact that, how about those Vols winning in the what used to be known as the Gator Bowl, now is the Tax Slayer Bowl down in Jacksonville, Florida, whipping up on Iowa. Sorry, you folks up in Iowa. But it was really good to see, because our Vols have had a kind of been on the low end of the totem pole for a while, and I think it's going to be about time to swing back up. Pipe talk. Besides the fact that I made this one, I also, and I really kind of, I made this one to kind of get back in the swing of things. So I've been out of the shop for a couple of weeks for the holidays, and thank you for allowing me to do that. I really appreciate that. I needed the time, you know, to get away. And here's the first pipe that I made that's headed to Texas. This is a Dagner Scooter Poker in green and black. You know, the original one was done in an orange. I've got it up on my shelf somewhere. Orange and black stem. This one is a green and black stem. I hope you can see that. Maybe I can add a little more light here. See if you can see green black. It has a spinner chain, and that chain sits on a black band, so it really pops out. Heavy rustication there on this one. The other models are sandblasted, and a green bottom with 15 or 2015 on the bottom. Headed to Texas. You're working on several more this week. And let's see how much time I got. Okay, yeah. All right, just a couple more minutes. I wanted to let everybody know that Briarville Rick and I are going to be headed to Texas for the 3rd annual Texas-size YouTube Pipe Presenters Barn Dancing Barbecue. That is hosted by Ghostly Smoker and Mark and Amber, AGS Mom 1 on YouTube, and Mark is Making Change on YouTube. Kyle is Ghostly Smoker. And those guys put together, started a couple of years ago, and I've been to both of them, and I'm going to go back again. It's going to be really good. This time I'm going to bring a couple of pipes that are going to be for sale there. And you will get, if you're there, you're going to get a special Barn Dance Barbecue discount of 10% off the pipe. So hope you can be there and maybe bring some of that Christmas money you got, if you didn't spend it all already on other people's presents. Isn't that the way it happens? You get Christmas money and you wind up spending it on other people for their Christmas presents. Oh well, at least you didn't have to get it out of your pocket. Briarville Rick is going to be there too. He and I are going to travel together down there, and that is coming up, and I need to make absolutely sure of my calendar when that's going to be. It is Saturday, January 17th. Saturday, January 17th And the information, if you want the information on where it's going to be in Fort Worth, actually. And for those of you who are familiar with it, the first couple of years, it was actually west of Fort Worth. This time it's going to be in the Fort Worth area for the show, for the get-together. And if you want that, go to Mark Making Change or Amber's AGS Mom 1, and that information is right down here. Go to their YouTube channel and get the information on there. I think they've got a block of rooms for people with special rates at Candlewood Suites. So that's going to be a good time. Going to be a real good time. Briarville Rick is going to have some estate pipes there for sale as well. Got some really good ones and really incredible prices on those. So that's going to be fun to be down there. Now, there is an ongoing feud, especially between Amber and Mark, about a pet peeve, really, of Mark's and of mine too. When somebody makes a turn, if you're driving down the road and somebody makes a turn and does not indicate by that little thing that you flip up or down on your steering column to determine which way you're going to turn, left or right. What is that called? Is that called turn or use your turn signals, or use your turn signal? Okay, well, there's a few. So you got to go to the authorities to figure out what it is. And if you remember, if you watched The Miracle on 34th Street this past Christmas, you remember the whole thing about proving it was Santa Claus, that they used a government agency to prove, the U.S. Post Office in that case, to prove that there was indeed or is indeed a Santa Claus because of the legal mail being delivered to that guy. Okay, so they used the government authority. The authority. So I said, well, let's use the government authority. Let's see what they do. Government around here puts up official signage on roads. So right down here, not too far from me, is an elementary school. And they have a turn area or whatever, and a turn lane to get into the school. It's an elementary school, so it's a lot of people coming to pick up car riders. And they have a sign there about use your turn. And so we're going to go with the official government picture, which is right here. It's use your turn signal, singular. I guess Mark is the one who won that one, because I think he's the one that's been saying singular, and Amber's been saying signals. I don't care what you say, just use them when you turn. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you what I'm smoking in my pipe. It's from Drew Estate. It is called Gatsby Luxury Flake. That's their new Virginia, and it is good. You need to pick up some of this. Drew Estate's Gatsby Luxury Flake. It is awesome. Well, I guess that's it for right now. Hope to see you guys down in Texas on the 17th of January. Again, go to AGS Mom 1 or Making Change, either one of their YouTube sites, YouTube channels, and they'll have information there on the 3rd annual Texas-sized YouTube Pipe Presenters Barn Dance and Barbecue. There you go. It's a mouthful, but it's fun. Great location. I think it's called Lone Star, the place, the brick and mortar where it's going to be. Going to be all kinds of fun. Certainly hope to see you guys down there. Again, Happy New Year to everybody. Hope you have a blessed 2015. Be seeing some of you guys who are waiting on pipes. You're going to be getting them real soon. Again, I'm not taking any custom orders now. Haven't been for maybe 3 months or so. We're going to get all these all taken care of here as fast as we can, and going to be here in 2015 doing some different ways of selling the pipes, which I'll tell you more about as time goes along. That's it for now. God bless you all, and we'll catch you next time.